Hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. I hope you're having a wonderful day. On this video, we're gonna work on some stuff for a patriotic porch. We're not gonna do everything here today, but I'm gonna show you what I'm working on, and then we're gonna do this. And yeah, I have lots of stuff to show you. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle. Sprinkling is good. Yeah. And okay, so I am getting ready to switch all my porch stuff out for Patriotic to go all the way through, well, through Memorial Day through June until the end of July, probably. And so I'm making something for the door. This thing right here, I'll show you in a minute. I'm making something for, or this may go on the brick next to the door, and this may go on the front door. I've already made this adorable, God Bless America garden flag that I'm gonna keep. I was gonna give it away. I made two, so I'll give one of them away. But this one I'm gonna keep and put out in the front. And then I'm working on this, okay? So let me show you everything. Find a place to put this so it's not tipping over. All right, this is a project that I'm working on right now. It's not finished or ready, but I do want to give you a little preview. And this is one of these little round signs that I purchased at my local Walmart. Let me see if I can find the one that I haven't done yet. Yes. It's called a framed wood sign. It's 16 by 16. It's Hampton Art Craft Me brand from Walmart in the craft section. And I think it was like around $12.86 or something, which I think is a pretty good deal. It's lightweight, so you could hang it on a door, or you could hang it, you know, wherever you wanted. But I am going to be working on one for the front of my house for the porch. And so right now, I've stenciled it. I'll give you a little peek. Right now, I'm gonna come back and clean up a few little places where I don't know what happened. I was being messy, and I'm working on a kind of a stacked bow. I'll just give you a little preview. Made from bandanas with this little stuffed flower. I don't know. I haven't gotten it all completely figured out, but this is what it looks like so far. I absolutely love this stencil that says God Bless America. It's hanging a little bit crooked, but that's easy enough to fix because you can just shift this. Look how cute that is. And I just used red and blue chalk paste and this stencil, which I've used a lot already because it is so darn cute. I love every piece of it. This is a Magnolia Stencil, and I'll pin a link in the bottom for you in just a minute. So I just stenciled this on here. I didn't do anything to prepare it. I did fuzz my stencil, but that was it. And we're gonna do some kind of fun little bow doodad that'll really add a lot to it. And in combination with the other things, I think it's gonna be darling. So that's one thing I'm working on that I'll probably come back to you guys either later today or possibly tomorrow morning with a video on how to make it. Okay, I'm just pinning my link. All right. This is something else that I'm working on, which is not finished, and I'll come back. I just want to give you guys a little sneak peek because I'm so excited. I love doing patriotic crafts. I love decking out my front porch. I'm gonna put this little thing of flowers out on one of the tables, and I have blue cushions, and I might make a pillow to go out there. It's covered, it's our front porch, so it's gonna be perfect. Anyways, so, okay, so this project right here started with this canvas, this burlap canvas that I picked up at my local Goodwill. It was just plain. It was just the plain brown burlap. and it was not in great shape, but it was like $1.25 or something like that. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what I've done with it. I just used some craft paint to paint the red and white stripes, and I'll get you the links for all of this business when I do this one live. And then this is this little MDF that you can get from Magnolia, which I'll get you a link when I do all of this, that I painted with blue craft paint. And then we're gonna stencil it. We're gonna distress it a little bit. We're gonna probably hang it with some sort of a beaded, some sort of beads right here. And I'm gonna hang it out on my front porch. What do you guys think? Is that super cute or what? I love this idea. And what I really love about this part is how it just kind of looks messy. I didn't do a solid paint. I used painter's blue tape. I took pictures. And I'll probably do something when I show you this craft project to show you the steps for it. But it is, I think it's gonna be adorable. Okay, so those are the things that I've been working on, and then I've already showed you this garden flag that I made in a video, I think it was last week. So this is gonna be up there in the front too, along with those flowers. And let's, okay, let me lay this down so it's not crashing down while I'm live. Okay, so now what we're gonna work on is this. And this, whoops, oh, I did it upside down. Dang it. Oh well, it absolutely does not matter. This is this, a porch sitter sign that I made maybe in February using the Magnolia Design Company porch sitter set for spring and summer, and it has the stuff to say hello spring and hello summer. Oops, I've got something on there. I need to clean that off. So this is what I did for spring, and it had a bright colored bow on it. Isn't that cute? And I'm in process of doing the opposite side for summer for Patriotic. So let me tell you all the details. Okay, this is a 6-foot board from, I think I got this one at Lowe's. It's just cheap pine. I think it's 12 inches wide. I can't find my ruler right now. I have no idea where it's gone, but it's not in here anymore, so I might have to buy a new one. Anyways, I believe it's 12 inches wide, 6 feet tall, and I think it's 3/4 of an inch thick. And all I did was sand it just by hand, and then I stained the front and back of it brown, okay? Then I have found that when you're stenciling on wood, whether it's stained, painted, or natural, it is really better. You'll get a much better result if you either spray it with a clear matte sealer like this before you stencil. So in this instance, it would be after I've stained it and it's dry, then I spray it, then I stencil it. Or you can use something like this, which is a clear beeswax. This one's from Amy Howard. And you just put it on and buff it with a rag, and then you're good to go. And both of those things, what they do, in case you're wondering why, this seems like a unnecessary extra step. The reason why you do that is because wood has pores, just like your skin. And so when you put a medium on it, it wants to pull that into the pores and then spread it out. And you get you can get a fuzzy looking stencil impression. So if you close all those pores down, just basically we're putting a coat on top of it that makes it so they can't absorb it, and then spread it out either using this, any brand of a clear matte sealer spray, or any brand of wax, clear or beeswax, minwax, whatever you have, that solves the problem. So before I went live, I actually did this time. I'll put this on it when it's all done, just to keep it nice and crisp outside. It won't get rained on, but I live in Georgia, and you guys, the humidity is like 900%. I'm not even kidding. So you can go outside and take a breath and the air is completely wet sometimes. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this. I could put this out on my front porch too. Ooh, it's gonna be so cute. Look at this. I did this a little while ago. I'm loving all this patriotic everything, obviously. Okay, and I do want to pin, oh, I did already pin my links. They're down here and it starts with a red, white, blue hearts. And then below it is a whole list of different things that I did or could use for these projects. So I sanded this, I stained it, and then I sealed it. And I used wax, but you could use the spray sealer. And now I am going to stencil. And so before I came live, I did the top part of it so that we could see what it looks like. Let me just kind of tip it over. I use that adorable stencil again. It says, God bless America, land that I love. And I used red, white, and blue chalk paste. And then the stencil set has all the letters to spell either spring or summer, and they're nice oversized. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this up with these letters, and at the bottom, I'm gonna use this stencil. And then I'll come up with some kind of little doodads, a ribbon or something to really set it off. So when you get this set, you get a cute little piece of watermelon, you get a flower, and it's at the top of the list of links. Seems like there was one other design, I can't remember. And then you get this little word hello, which I have here at the top. And then you get all these letters to spell spring or summer. And on the other side, I did spring. So on this side, we're doing summer. So I need to get those out. Where's my E and where's my R? And I'm just using, I'm gonna use white for the letters so that they're super visible. Just white chalk paste from Magnolia. But for the two designs on the top and bottom, I'm using red, white, and blue chalk paste. And this is called Old Glory Blue. It's a great color. And this is called Old Glory Red. And they're both chalk paste. They have the black lid. So if you want to do any patriotic, I would recommend that you grab red, white, and blue chalk paste. And then if you want to do things like garden flags or t-shirts or things, fabric-y things, get some red, white, and blue ink also from Magnolia. Okay, let's push all this up here. And I am going to, we're going to do the decoration at the very bottom next. Let me see what I've got going on here. I need to move my stuff out of the way so I can get this here. So we're going to do the faith, family, and freedom part, and then we'll finish the word summer. And I'm going to show you guys, this is so easy. And I know a lot of you guys are super perfectionists out there that craft here at DIYDreaming. I'm doing this project in a non-perfectionist fashion, which means basically, sorry, I'm just still trying to move things so I can get to this, which means I'm not measuring, okay? I'm just eyeballing, and I think that's completely fine. So I left a little space at the top, and I'm gonna leave a little space at the bottom, and we're gonna use this stencil, which says Faith, Family, Freedom. Love it. Obviously, I've used it a lot. These stencils from Magnolia are awesome. They're reusable many times. They do get a little stained, but that's just a sign that you love them and that you've used them. They're still totally usable, okay? And I am going to fuzz this, even though I've used it quite a few times. I just want to fuzz it so that I don't have any issues with this wood. So I'm using my Magnolia fuzzing cloth, And I've labeled the back of the carrier sheet. I don't really need to fuzz it too much. It's not got a ton of stick left to it, but it still works just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of eyeball where I want it. And the thing with these detailed stencils is that you kind of have to work a little fast because you want to get your chalk paste on it, and then you want to pull it up before it's all dry. Okay, so I'm going to do blue, red, blue, white, white, or red and then white. I'm going to keep it super simple. So let's start with the blue. This is my blue chalk paste. Occasionally, I will use my little Magnolia mister and some distilled water just to make my chalk paste a little bit thinner, because I have this bad habit of leaving them open while I'm working. And, you know, over time they just can get a little dry, but these things last forever. So we're going to do our blue parts here really quick. And when you're working on wood, really when you're using a stencil on anything, you want to avoid the urge to keep going over and over and over your area, because that's when you make mistakes. And that is also when you can push some of the medium through the stencil so it runs out on the sides. So I'm just making sure everything is covered, and then I'm going to say good, and I'm not going to keep going over and over and over it. And I am going to pull the big blobs off. Okay, that is good. So I can just put what's here back in my little jar, put my lid on. Be good, Heidi. And let's do the red next. So this one says family, and it's got a big heart. And so that's why I decided to do this part red. And you know what? Actually, we could do these little hearts that are off to the side red as well. Oops, dang it. Got a little bit of blue in my red. Oh well. This is for my house, and I don't require my craft projects to be perfect. Let's do a little red right there on those hearts. Okay, and then I want to do these lines down here in the bottom in red. So I'm just taking a smaller squeegee that I've cut into a teenier piece. Oops. I went into that star just a little bit. Oh well. This is homemade, so if it has a little oopsie doopsie on it, I don't care. Okay, now let's do the white. And I'm going to start here on the side. Do these little stars in white, and then there's a cross here, because this stencil says Faith, Family, Freedom. Do this cross in white. Okay, and then I need a small squeegee to do this row of stars. Which I probably should have done that first instead of the red, but oh well. So once I get everything completed and all ready to go, I'll put it out on the porch and I will get pictures. I think this is fun. You know, we're at home so much more this year than we ever have been in the past, that I want my porch to be somewhere that I will want to spend time. And I just want to celebrate our country. You know, I'm proud of the United States and thankful that I live here. Okay, that was the animal hospital. Okay, I see one little area that I completely missed. perfect. And I think that is because I waxed it before I did the stencil. Otherwise, it could be a little bit, have blurry edges. Whoops, that's the lid for the white. Okay, so now let's finish up with our letters. And this is so easy. So I have just eyeballed where I wanted them. I am going to fuzz these because I have not used all of these before, and it's just a good practice to do that. So I'm going to kind of lay these out, but not really push them down yet. And I've labeled the back of each one of the carrier sheets with a Sharpie. That's super important if you're new, because if you're using this Magnolia stuff, you want to make sure that you put your stencils back on the correct side of the carrier sheet. Otherwise, it can be hard to get them off. If you're new, I would love to know. So for everyone watching who is new, tell me in the comments that you're new. And for everyone else, tell me if you are planning to do any decorating for any of the patriotic holidays. So are you going to decorate for Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, any of that? I am, for sure. These are not perfect. Not perfectly placed, but they're just fine. Nobody is going to come up to our house and ring the doorbell and say, "Excuse me, but I think you have too much space in between your two M's." They really aren't, I promise. Okay, so I'm just using the white chalk paste for this. After it is all dry, then I will take it outside and I will spray it with that clear matte sealer. Because I'm never going to want to clean this off and start over. And like I said before, if you're just joining me, I live in Georgia. And this is going to be on a covered porch, but we have like, our humidity is like 900% in the summer. Even, I mean, it's just so humid. So, yeah. Okay, so I just did my M. Could you see that? I don't know. It's hard to manage when I have a long sign. Perfect. Throw it in my little tub of water over here. Push it down. And there's my paper towel. Okay. And now I'm going to do this other, the E and the R. You can see how quick this happens. Oh my gosh, this is so easy. And for those of you who are new, who have not done a lot of stenciling before, here's a few of the pros and cons of the stencils. I mean, there really aren't any cons that I can think of. Don't go over it too many times. Don't sweat that it has to be exactly perfectly placed. Do press it down really good. Do seal your wood if that's what you're working on. These are reusable many, 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 many times. You're going to want to wash them promptly. And right now mine are just sitting in a Dollar Tree tub over here off camera, face down in some water until I am finished here, and then I'll go straight to my kitchen before I answer questions or anything. And I'll just spray them with some cool water in my sink, and I'll lay them on the counter with the sticky side up to dry, and that is seriously it. And then I'll put them back on the carrier sheet. So super duper 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 easy, and it looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see if there's any way I can lift this up and show it to you without ruining it. Put it back on my white chalk paste. And I don't want to ding up my ceiling either, but can you guys see? Summer, and then we just did this faith, family, freedom. It's going to be super duper cute. I may add, you know, some more doodads to it, like a ribbon or a bow or something, or some twine. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Have to live with it for a day or so before I make that decision. But let me just lay out the things that I've got going here. I hope you'll tune back in the next day or two possibly to see these projects get finished. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have ideas for other things that I might want to do to decorate my porch for the patriotic holidays. Let me know what you think about these ideas that I have going. And I will see you guys later. I'm going to let this run for just a minute or so. If you want to look at any of the supplies, I did pin a link down here. Don't look at my manicure. I don't have one. There's links to a bunch of different patriotic things. There's a link to the Porch Sitter Summer and Spring set. There's a link for the chalk paste. And when I come back to do this and this, I'll give you further links for those projects. But you can always just look around. My general website is magnoliadiy.com. And I want to see pictures for sure of whatever you end up doing to decorate for the patriotic holidays. Okay, I'll let this run for just a minute or so. I'll be quiet. And then I'll say goodbye. Thank you guys for all of your super sweet words there, and I will see you later.